Welcome to Learning Equinox. In our video today on PowerPoint presentation, we shall learn how to make this beautiful animated bullet points infographic. So you see point number 6 comes from below, then above that comes point number 5, then you have point 4 coming, then the third point, the second and the first. Now, isn't this very beautiful to grab your audience's attention? If you want to understand how to make this infographic, then do watch this video right till the end. So, before we begin, I hope you have subscribed to Learning Equinox channel. In order to be updated with latest that's happening on Learning Equinox, please follow us on our Instagram page and also visit us on Facebook and join us there. Subscribe to Learning Equinox to stay tuned with our videos. If you find it interesting, do also give this video a like. Let's get started with this. So, first step would be to create this object. So the first step is I will create this object, one object, and then I will replicate the other objects. And the second step will be we will look into how to animate this movement. So what I will do is I will select a rectangular box tool and I will draw almost an exact square. Now this is a simple square. I need to format it. So I go to format shape and I will go to the formatting option and into 3D rotations. I have a lot of presets. I will select the kind of preset which I want, which is this off axis 1 top. I select this. Now I need to give this a little bit of depth. For that I'll go to 3D format. I'll go to depth and give it, let's say, 50 points of depth. Now this image, I will make sure that it is having no outline. I will give it a nice dark color. Let's say I'm giving a dark blue. Now still this is not the exact shape that I want. I want to move the axis a little bit. So again I'll go to the effects option into, first I'll select a little darker material so that it gives a very nice and glazy look. Let's say I've selected metal, or I can even select this into special effects as a dark edge. This looks more interesting to me. So I select this as dark edge into 3D formats. Now I will go to 3D rotation and try to move the y-axis to give the desired shape. So I click this down arrow, let's say twice, and I've got my desired shape. So you can keep clicking this down and up arrow key till you get your desired shape. I click this down arrow key twice to get this kind of a shape. Now the first set box is ready. The next I will select is from these block arrows. I'll select the arrow type arrow pentagon and I'll draw a pentagon arrow parallel to this. With the help of the lines that are available, I will just zoom it for everyone to see it. I will try to align it exactly to the box such that it looks one object. So I'll just manually align it. You can do it with your measurement, or you can even use this centimeters to increase or decrease. Whatever you find convenient you can use. Again I will give it the same shape fill of a darker shade, and the shape outline will be no outline. I would love to make this a little more pointed. It's completely your choice, and a little more longer. Now one more aspect needs to be done on this pentagon is that I need to give it a little bit of gradation. So I'll go to shape fill and I'll give it gradation through the shape option, shape fill. When I select the gradient fill for this object, I have used 3. One is the same color, a shade lighter and a shade more lighter. So 2 shades lighter. Now the third thing is I need to place a number on the square, which is, let's say, number 6. I'll type the number in the text box. I'll use a bold font, increase the size substantially, and place it in the center of this box where I want it to appear. I'll change the color to a lighter, let's say, white. Now this is straight, whereas my box is angular, as you can see. So I'll have to, change the positioning of this as well. So I go to text options in format shape, and I go to this effects option. Over here, I have to go to 3D rotation again, and I will select a preset which actually matches to what I want, which is in perspective, turned right, tilted up. So this is almost what it does, but I do not want it to be tilted up, and this is because of the Z rotation. I go ahead and make this Z rotation as 0, and now this is perfect. Now also I need to take another text box and type into place your text here. Select this, make it bold, select a nice bolder font, make it of white color, increase the font size and place it here. So this is what you get in terms of your text box. So in this way you've created one such bullet point. You can select all of them and do a Control G, which means grouping it. So this becomes one unit of a bullet point. Now all you need to do is to replicate this by using a Control C and a Control V. So this is how I have created a duplicate. I will go ahead and place it the way I want on top of 6. Now I'll use Control D, which means duplicate again, and place it where I want. I'll use these available lines which will be my guiding lines to make sure that they are all aligned properly. Again a Control D, again a Control D. Control D is a short form for duplicate. So I'm just duplicating these bullet points one after the other. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Let's say I just want 5 points. And now I need to make some changes. The first one being going ahead and changing these numbers to 1, 2, 3, 4 and let's say 5. Let's say we have 5 points. The next part is to change the color. So I have to take each and every object. Let's say I'll take the box first. And let's say I change the color to a nice golden accent. Again, the ribbon will be again golden accent, and do not forget to do the gradation by using the linear right. The next one, again, I will change the color of number 3, which I would like to make it a nice gray. This again I'll have to change to gray, but I also have to give it some gradation of linear right. The second, I would like to keep it a nice green, and even the shape as green, and gradation. The first one I will keep it as, let's say, a maroon or a red or something. Yeah, this is nice. I'll give it a nice gradation as well. Gradient, linear, right. So in this way, I have created the first step, that is, I have created the infographic bullet points. Now I need to give it animation. So to give it animation, I will select all of these at one go. Go to animations and select a float in. As you can see, they all are floating in at one go from the bottom, which I do not want. So I want them to happen at click. So I'll say start on click. I'll change the duration a little bit to say 0.5. Now there is a slight change. I want them to come from top. So I'll select the float down option. But the fifth point, that is the last one, I want it to come from up. So that will remain as float up. Let me just reorder the animation in the animation pane. So the first one will be the fifth one, which will come from down, as you can see in the animation pane. Then will come from top point number 4, point number 3, point number 2 and point number 1. Let's look at how this will come on the screen. Here is your point number 5. On top of it is point number 4. Then comes 3. Point number 2 and point number 1. So, isn't this very beautiful? Do let us know in the comment section how you liked this video. Also, write and let us know what else interests you in PowerPoint. Hope you liked our video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.